Hello everybody, my name is Sirhcus and welcome back to another episode of the Sirhcus, my single player Let's Play series. We are in the village of Aglow that we finished up last episode, and I harvested all the sugarcane out here. It looks kind of weird. It looks different. It's definitely a different look between tall sugarcane and short sugarcane, but it looks cool. And one thing I like about these paths is it sort of separates out the sugarcane into different sections. Makes it a little bit easier, at least for me, to harvest, because you just do a section, then you collect as much as you can. Go store it, do a section, collect as much as you can. Most sections, they almost fill your inventory, except for this middle one is a little bit more than an inventory full. And then this one on the side is like half an inventory. So there's tons of sugarcane here. Hey there, creeper. Yeah, I didn't quite sleep in time last night. So there's some mobs. I don't want to go out in that sugarcane field with all those creepers. They hide very nicely. So yeah, I have quite a good store of sugarcane now. Got 2 double chests there. And that one's almost full. I think I had like half a double chest, or I had like a single chest with sugarcane. So yeah, like 2.5 chests of sugarcane from one harvest. That's not bad, not bad at all. I am harvesting these carrots because I think I'm going to be switching out all of these crops with carrots. Someone in the comments, Corey, brought up a good point that potatoes and wheat both have like a second item that you get when you harvest them. The wheat, obviously, you get seeds that you plant, and the potatoes you get poisonous potatoes or rotten potatoes or whatever they are. And the villagers actually have an inventory, and they have like a set inventory size, and so eventually what's going to happen is their inventory is going to fill up, like especially with wheat, their inventory is going to fill up with seeds, and they won't be able to get bread, and they won't be able to, breed that way. With potatoes, it would take a lot longer. The rotten potatoes or the poisonous potatoes are a lot less common, but they could eventually, in the long term, if we have some villagers sticking around for a while, they could fill up with the poisonous potatoes. And so carrots might be our best bet here, just for the longevity. I don't know if it really will cause an issue, but just in case it does, it might be a good idea to go in and just replace all this stuff with carrots. And that's going to take a little while because these guys still have seeds and potatoes in their inventory, so I have to basically just harvest up a bunch of carrots myself and try and change these all to carrots as quickly as I can, or as often as I can. Anyways, that is enough with Aglow today. I would like to trade all that sugarcane out and get a bunch of emeralds. But I have some other things that I want to work on today. I want to get done. One of them is, you may be able to tell by the sky, we no longer have a very pretty sky because we're in a snapshot. I don't even know what snapshot it is. 17W06A. We have first snapshot of 1.12, and they added some new blocks. We got quite a few new blocks. So I grabbed this dandelion so we can check these out. We need some gravel and sand. I don't have very much gravel left. Do I have any like poppies? Poppy would be good. And yeah, we'll check this out. So we got a new block called concrete, and you get the way to make concrete is 4 gravel, 4 sand, and then a dye, which I forgot to actually grab the dye. So let's grab that. So 4 sand, 4 gravel. It's a shapeless recipe, so it doesn't matter where you put it. And let's put another 4 and do that. And when you do that, you get this concrete powder, and it comes in all 16 colors. So we got red and yellow here, and then we have white which is already the concrete block. The way that you change it into the solid block, and these are like sand, so they are affected by gravity. But the way you change it to the solid block is you have to get it wet. And I saw on Reddit, I think it was on Reddit. This seems to be like one of the easiest ways to do a mass quantity, is basically tower up very tall, or I guess as tall as you need for how many blocks you need, and then pour down water, and then you can just harvest it all back up. It's kind of a weird thing. I'm not a huge fan, just because it's something that you have to craft and then you have to mine up again. Kind of a waste of, your pick, but whatever. It's interesting. And then there's your blocks. They're basically what people wanted hardened clay to be. Just solid blocks of a certain color. I love hardened clay, but I'm glad that they added these, and hopefully people can fix their texture packs now. But let's hop over into a test world, because obviously I don't have all the colors here. And there's also another kind of block that they added. So right here is all of the blocks that they added in this snapshot. We got the concrete blocks in all different colors, and the concrete powders. And then we also have these glazed terracotta blocks, and these also come in every single color. Very interesting block. Each one has a very unique pattern. I think that this is a really interesting addition. Like, it's a way to really add some nice detail and some nice just art, some nice colors and art and graphics to a build. I think is really awesome. And the way you get those is you dye stained clay or hardened clay. So whatever color you dye, that's the color you get. So that was blue, so we'll get this blue stained one right there. And boom, blue glazed terracotta. It's kind of strange. It is a little strange that like the blue hardened clay is very purple, and then when you do that, you get this actual blue. Especially with like cyan. Cyan is gray, which I guess they did mix gray in there. Oh, and those are creeper faces. I just realized there's a creeper face in there. You smelt a gray block and it turns into this beautiful cyan block. That is such a beautiful, beautiful texture. All right. So yeah, those are the new blocks that they added. And I set up a little block palette showing all the different colored blocks. So we have all the clays on the bottom, except for just normal hardened clay. And then all the concrete powders, the wools, which they actually changed the colors of wools. And I'm assuming glass. And I think the texture is slightly changed. I didn't use wools all that much, so I don't know how different it is. But I think they they redid the colors of the wools and maybe the glass and sheep, so that they all kind of match each other a little bit nicer. Not 100% on that, but that's what it seems to be. So obviously, now we have these nice solid blocks of whatever color you want. And we still have the hardened clays, which I love. I love the hardened clays. It's one of my favorite blocks. They have really nice earthy tones, and I like the colors that are with them. I understand why the colors are the way they are. They're, these are stained clays, and so they're the color mixed with the base hardened clay, and I approve of that. But it's cool to see that we actually have a solid block of all the other colors, and this will make people happy, and they can stop ruining the beautiful cyan clay. A lot of texture packs, they basically change hardened clay to what concrete is, and so they like ruin stained clay and ruin any builds that use stained clay, because then you just have cyan popping up everywhere. But that's pretty cool. And then over here I just made like a little palette of the grayscale. So now these are all the black, gray, and white blocks that we have. Black, obviously, we have concrete. This is a wonderful, it's very cheap black block, which is great. And it's actually black, whereas like the last, probably the best one before was coal. Before that, it was wool. So we're just like getting better and better. And then we still have the sand there as well. Then the obsidian, it's kind of a black block, but it's purple. And so that one, it's not one that you really want to use all that much if you're trying to actually get black. And then we have all the grays and the light grays. I think this is cyan hardened clay, which is why there's 4 for the gray color. And then we have white. White is an interesting one because they just added, we got quartz not too long ago. Well, I guess it has been a while since 1.5. It's actually been quite a while. But we got quartz many years ago, which is a beautiful, clean white block. One thing that I don't like about it, though, is that it's like tiled, has that border around it. And then recently, we got the bone blocks, which are a wonderful new white block. And now we have the actual white block, which honestly, I don't know if I like it all that much. It's a little bit grayish and maybe a little bit bluish. These two are a little bit yellower. We don't really have any true like whites. Honestly, like the brightest white is still snow. That still has a lot of the bright whites in there. But still, we have a very interesting mixture of white blocks now. And then finally over here on the floor, I put down all of the different terracotta blocks. They're directional when you place them. So if you just place them like this, they don't work. They look kind of weird. But if you go and you place them in a circle like this, then you get these cool little patterns emerging, and they're actually tileable. So that's pretty cool. That could make some interesting flooring or just any sort of designs. You could use these as like an accent block. Let's see. I really like this one. Let's put this one here. Let's say you're going for a nice like desert build, maybe a desert city. You could mix in some of these blocks in kind of the background and just have these nice pops of color. I think is very beautiful. Anyways, that's what we got in the newest snapshot. I'm excited to play around with these blocks, but let's head back on over to the Sirhcus. So next episode 25, we're going to do a world tour and a world download, like I said last time. And I was thinking of things that I want to get done before then. There's not a whole lot that I really need to get done, but one thing that I hate is this nether portal just sitting out here in the open. It needs a spot, especially since we have the Christmas town going on that you guys might want to check out. It'd be nice to have a proper place for our nether portal. And so I thought of an idea. This is something that I actually wanted to do on Castaways and never got around to doing. I want to make a boat. I want to make a ship. This is going to be interesting. So yeah, we're going to make a ship here. Put another portal in it, so it's like when you want to go somewhere else in the world, you hop on the ship and it'll be great, and then you go through the portal and you end up in hell, and then you have to travel through hell before you go through another portal, and then you might be in another ship. Who knows, depending on where you're going. I definitely want to use this idea elsewhere, basically anywhere, any town that has a port. I want to make a ship with another portal in it, so it's like you're traveling by the sea. So that's the plan. The problem is I've never really built. I built 2 ships in Minecraft. One of them was it was like a restaurant type thing. It was sort of a cartoony ship. It didn't really look that much like a ship. It was kind of like I said, kind of a cartoony thing because it was a restaurant. It was like a themed restaurant, and so it didn't need to look real because it was a fake ship. So I built that, and then I also made a ship in modded Minecraft, which I don't know if that really counts. I don't know why I put this one here. I'll get rid of that later. I made a ship in modded Minecraft, and that one actually flew. It was an airship, but like the bottom was like an actual ship, and we used a mod to make it fly, which was pretty awesome. And that one, we had the luxury of having like vertical half slabs or vertical slabs in order to make it look a little bit better. I have a picture pulled up on my other screen. I'm trying to copy this. It's not going all that well. 3, 4, I think. And then I think another one. So I'm very new to the shipbuilding, and I got a design made up in creative. Hopefully it turns out. Not entirely sure. I need to like have a way up here. Maybe I should probably go get some ladders or something. But yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go. Hopefully it goes well. I would love to. I mean, this is one thing that I really need to practice, because I do like ships. I like ships in Minecraft, and I think this one actually goes upwards, and it's something that I really want to have in our world. So yeah, that's about as good as I can get from my picture. I'm gonna have to cut away and get this all figured out. And there is the frame of our ship. So this is, I guess this is how you design a ship. This is probably the best way, is to start out with the frame. I always start out, well, the few times that I've built a ship, started out with the bottom, try and get that looking nice, get a nice spine right down the middle. And then I try and figure out like the sides, and kind of, I look at it from above and do that. And I've only designed ships in creative. Maybe someday I'll be able to do it in survival, but it's very difficult, especially this next part. Now we need to fill in the hull of it and get the nice shape there, and trying to do that in survival. I think even if you're good at ships, like it's a lot of putting blocks and taking tons of blocks away and just like doing it and redoing it and just refining the shape. And that would just take forever in survival, which is why I have it all built, the whole of it. I haven't like done any of the decks or the masts or any of the detail stuff. I just figured out kind of the curves of everything in creative. So now I'm just copying that over here. Well, what do you think? We have a ship. It is certainly a ship. It is a floating ship. It works. It works, yes. That's definitely one of the most important things, that it does not sink. And I can guarantee this ship is not going to sink. So we're good. But yeah, I got most of the work done here. A lot of stuff. It's looking good. We just have some detail-y things, like putting fences. I'm going to put some fences all around, because that seems like a good idea. Going with I think the spruce. I was debating whether I wanted oak. I feel like that would just, it would contrast a little too much. Although I think these spruce might be, might not contrast enough. I'm not sure. Let's get a few more in. Well, I guess that's all that I have. Let's step back and let's take a look. See what we can see. You know what? I like that. I think if we did oak, it would just be too bright of fences. It would contrast too much. I wouldn't want that. So I need some more fences. I guess we'll craft some here. Let's make sticks out of the dark oak. It's always a hard question. Dark oak or spruce? What do I want to make the sticks out of? It's more of whatever I have more of on hand at the time. Do we want the ladder there, or do we want to move that ladder over? I think we'll keep the ladder there. So we'll keep that opening. Maybe I'll put a fence gate there. Suppose we could do that, so that it kind of continues. Oh, that is not a fence gate. Come on, I'm usually pretty good at that. There we go, fence gate. There we go. Might even put one on the other side, or maybe I'll put more fence gates on here. They do look nice. They do look nice. So that's like that. Just make a ton of fence gates. All of the fence gates. What if we just like made all these center ones fence gates, and then it just connects on the side? Let's do that here as well. Or maybe just take out this middle one. Yeah, I think that I like that. It just adds a little bit more detail to it, instead of just having fence. Just something a little bit different, makes it pop out a little bit more. I like that. Those will just have to stay. The fences, we could do, like even this one, we could do that because that connects to the side there. So we'll do this and fence gate. Am I gonna have enough for back here? I will. If we do the same thing here, switch those out with fence gates. Oh yeah, I like that. I suppose I should have, wondering if I should just do this. And then we have just enough fence gates to do that. Yeah, I think that could work. I think that'd be all right. I'm okay with that. One thing I want to do, now should I do this? Probably out of dark oak. This is really flat and pointy, and I think this needs to pop up more. So we can do that with slabs. I'm wondering if I want to, if I want to pop it up like that, and then we'd have to, we'd probably want to get rid of a lot of this dark oak. How do we want to do this though? We could maybe do this. This might look kind of nice. I was going to go grab those logs, but oh, it's such a pain. To swim all the way down there. That's not... It's kind of a weird shape. Looks a little strange. Actually, it's not bad. It's got a nice shape to it. I might finagle that a little bit later. But for now, we'll leave that the way it is. So one thing I need to do is a sail, and we're going to be very cheap about it. The sails are going to be closed, and so they shouldn't be too hard. I have some wool, not a whole lot. This is all of the wool that I could procure right now. We don't have any sheep farms. We don't have any string farms. I don't even have shears. So this was all just from string that I had lying around. But it might be enough, maybe, for these. Let's see. Let's get some scaffolding blocks on our bar. Ah, dang it. Come on. I just need to get, like, down here so we can work on this. So we have this wool, or we do have, I made some white concrete. So we could play around with some of the new blocks. It is a nice, clean white block that I think could make some nice sails. Or we could go with the cloth. And actually, as I look at this, I feel like this is just too busy, too noisy. I kind of like the nice clean white look. So now we need to figure out how to make some sails. This is another thing that not something that I've done a whole lot. Do we want to make it pop out one right away? It'd be probably good if we didn't make it perfect. If maybe we did something like that. We could make this symmetrical just for our own sake, so that we don't go crazy. Do something like that, and then let's pop it out a little bit. We want to make it look like it's kind of bunched up, is what I'm trying to do. And I keep hearing splashes, which means my blocks are getting my blocks are disappearing. Let's go down a little bit more, and then what do we want to do now? We kind of want it to go back a little bit. But how do we want to do that? What if we brought this over there and then we had the middle go in this time? So we'll do that. Bring this out. And let's try this. Let's see how this looks. Get another block over here. And then I don't know, something like this. Or maybe it's not even the full length there. Just have a little section out in the middle, like it's kind of bunched up in the middle. Let's take a step back, grab some of these blocks and see what that looks like. Hi, zombie waiting for me. How are you? Oh, I missed. How are you? All right. That doesn't look too bad. It could use a little bit of tweaking, but I kind of like the shape. So what's wrong with it? That's the main thing. What is wrong with it? You know what? I'm going to... There's one more thing. Actually, we'll do it at the end. I'm going to do some work here, tweak some stuff, and then we'll finish this thing up. And there she is, our first ship on in this world. I love it. I think it turned out really well. So made a few tweaks. I put just a slab, put a slab on the end of there, and that really helped that out. Has a nice point to it. I extended the sails out just a little bit, like 1 block past the crossbar or whatever that is. So now it looks a little bit better there. Put a flag up top. Right now it's white. We'll probably change the colors later. Maybe do like cyan and white or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. I like cyan, but white was all that I have right now. Yeah, I like it. And then I extended the dock here as well so that we can actually get out onto the boat. It's actually here and docked. It would be cool if we could make it look like it was tied. Maybe with some oak fences. I don't know. Not entirely sure. I think this is fine though. So we can hop on the boat, and here we are. We're on our boat. Up here we got the upper deck, and a place for the wheel. I can't think of what it's called. I feel like I know the name of it, but I can't think of it right now. And yeah, I think this is pretty nice. We got a ladder up there. We don't have a crow's nest or anything. It's kind of a small ship, so I don't think a crow's nest would really fit on here. But you can climb up here and onto the mast. And then the reason why we built this ship, we got our obsidian. Let's not have our flint and steel out. We need to make our portal, which oh yeah. I want to make my portal right here, but I want it flush with the ground. So I guess we'll raise this up, get some spruce wood. We'll just have this floor be here, and then can we just bring these down? Let's get some stairs. Do something like that. Will that work? That's in the way. Can we fix that? If we put slabs, I guess we can't put slabs. We could put, nope, that's not gonna work. I guess we could come down here then. That would work, wouldn't it? Where's all my stairs? How do I not have any stairs? Let's grab some stairs. Or make some. If we do that, we could do that. Or I could bring these stairs back. That might be a better option. Put this stair like that, because I kind of want this coming down. I don't know why. It just sort of breaks up the area. Let's put that block back. So now we can get down underneath. Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll just get some stairs. Do something like that. We could even have that continue out. Do something like that. And just have the stair going down. So you can go down into the hull, into the cargo bay. But then we also have the portal here. So you can just come into the ship, and go on your merry way. I'll do something else to decorate this out, fill this in. I don't know if I'll just fill it in like that, or not entirely sure. I'll have to think about that. But that is going to be it for today. We have our first ship. It's lovely. If you have any names for the ship, that would be great, because I'm terrible at naming things, as we know. And you guys have been coming up with a lot of great names. And then it would be, so the idea, I think the idea is basically any town that has a port, we would build, I'm thinking we would build this exact ship. And it would be the same ship. So the name would be the same name as well. So it's kind of like, you know, we really play into the fact that you get on the ship and then you end up, you know, you go through the portal, you go through the nether to get to the place quickly, and then you end up back on the ship, like as if you actually traveled there on this ship, is the idea, I believe. I don't know if we should do that or if it would be nice to actually make different types of ships. I will be making more ships. It's not just the one for the portal. Like I have an idea for one. I want to put somewhere out in this sea for a fish farm, an AFK fish farm. I want to actually put it inside a ship. So it's like you go out onto the ship to go fishing. I think that'd be cool. And I want to just have ships all around because that's cool, and it adds life to this place. But anyways, that is going to be it for today. I hope you have enjoyed. Next episode, we'll do a tour, and we'll have a world download so you guys can check out the world. But we'll see you then. Goodbye, peoples.